Muslim scholars, has issued a fatwa, or an edict, condemning terrorists as the enemies of Islam. Dr. Muhammad Tahir al-Qadri, who is the leader of the worldwide religious and educational organization Minhaj al-Quran, hopes particularly to turn young Muslim men away from the path of radicalism and extremism. And we're delighted that he's here with us now. Dr. Qadri, welcome. Why did you choose this time to announce the fatwa?
The basic reason of choosing this time is, you know, that the wave of terrorism has become very strong in Pakistan and certain other areas and other parts of the world, and they have started slaughtering the people, taking the dead bodies out of the graves and hanging on the trees and bombing everywhere. And I found that some scholars and ulama of the Muslim world, instead of condemning this act of terrorism, an act of brutality, absolutely, I found them silent and speaking in double, some of them in double speak.
Yes.
So this disturbed me. So I thought this is a time that I should issue a fatwa, and jurisprudential Islamic ruling, a judgment which should be very comprehensive, which should include all important basic evidences and arguments of Quran and traditions of Holy Prophet and classical authorities, which should address all major issues or minor issues which disturb the youth on which they have been brainwashed, so that the Muslim Ummah and generation and the whole world should be able to know what is the actual position of Islam on terrorism. Yes.
And I see, absolutely. And it is, as you say, a very full argument, 600 pages altogether.
Yeah, more than 600 pages, 604 pages on this argument.
On this argument. Yes. And your target here particularly is the young Muslims who may be tempted by radicalism and violence.
Yeah, definitely. Because these are young Muslims, or because of their age, they are being radicalized and they are being brainwashed, and they become extremists. Mm-hmm. Then because of a specific ideology, then they become radicals, and then they are picked up for suicide bombings. And this was the basic phenomena, a gradual phenomena. I wanted that they should be stopped, not only the brainwashed suicide bombers, but thousands of those youth who are on the road. They have not still become suicide bombers, but they are potentials to become. And they are being brainwashed. They are giving wrong interpretations of Islam, and they are being misguided by the wrong teachings. So this is the target of the whole younger generation particularly, and the whole Muslim community in general.
And in fact, the people that you hope most to change the minds of is the young.
Is the young.
Because they are growing and they are learning and so on. Not so much the older radicals.
Older radicals will also get benefit out of that, but main target is the young generation. Older too, because this explains the concepts of Islam. This explains what jihad is. This fatwa explains what is the position of Quran and Sunnah on act of terrorism. What does Islam say on rights of non-Muslims? What does Islam say on public massacre? What does Islam say on mass killings of non-combatants? What does Islam say on suicide bombing? So all these concepts which I have clarified, which the older people were also confused by wrong interpretations, so they will also get benefit out of that. So if they are also corrected, they won't be able to support them. And if the younger generation are corrected, they won't be able to become suicide bombers.
And what have you felt about the reaction so far? Have you been encouraged by the reaction, or has there been a lot of opposition? I mean, has it had the reaction so far that you were hoping for?
Up till today, the reaction and response which I have seen all over the world, it has encouraged me.
Good.
Absolutely, it has encouraged me. And it is beyond my expectations. And I am very happy that a very positive response is coming up from the Muslim Ummah and particularly from the whole of Western world. It looks that everybody is assessing and observing this fatwa as if it is going to bring the peaceful atmosphere of humanity back. And we are in fact taking Islam back from the terrorists. And we want to unite the Muslim world and Western world again as a peaceful world which is based on love and tolerance and mutual understanding and peaceful atmosphere of coexistence. Everybody has encouraged.
You're going to continue with this message, spreading the message of your fatwa to everybody.
Yes.
Not just in Pakistan, where you're based, your organization is based, isn't it, in Pakistan, but around the world.
No, my organization is always, its headquarters, although are in Pakistan, but its branches are in 90 countries all over the world. So, but I'm going to keep it moving. This is a movement now of de-radicalization. This is a movement of taking Islam back from Al-Qaeda and from the terrorist people. This is a movement of spreading the message of peace, message of love, message of tranquility, message of mutual understanding, message of peaceful togetherness and coexistence. This is a great message, this is the purpose of my life, I think. I have to continue it, and I want thousands of other scholars and voices, they should join me, so that from everywhere we may be able to remove the hatreds and biases.
Well, thank you very much for being with us, and we really appreciate you being with us, and the power with which you deliver your message. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Dr. Qadri. Thank you.
Thank you, too.
And there, I'm afraid, we have to leave it for this week. Do join us again in 7 days' time for another edition of Cross Over the World.